So today's trip was just like a lone trip down to Trestles. Trestles is an interesting beach. You have to walk about a mile to get there, down this crazy path under the train tracks. Next thing you know, you're on the beach with all the homies. I'm starting to realize that when I first get out in the lineup and I get out there, I'm not warmed up yet, I really have trouble getting to my feet. Makes for some interesting wipeouts. Here I kind of push through the broken ankles and just get up on this wave and figure it all out. Once I've got it figured out, it's time to walk into the beach to get the kook cam. Luckily these rocks make the walk to the beach super difficult. Once I have the camera suction cup to the board, I can start getting shots like this where it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing almost. The wave had other ideas, decided to close out on me. So now I'm figuring out how these waves hit the reef, and I'm going to use that to try to find a better line. Here's me doing that. I do that kind of base turn and kind of stay up higher in the wave. Puts me right perfectly in the pocket there. And pull myself up really high on the wave there. Kind of come over the back of it. Would have been a perfect spot for a cutback, but I wasn't ready for it. The long lens shot nudie tick, so you guys can see why I call it a kook cam. I got this big old GoPro on the front of my board. Gotta be careful, they fish for kooks out there. Yeah, I'm paddling for a solid longboard wave here. Just getting down there, making my little base turn. Going right up into the pocket, getting a couple steps forward. One of these days I'm going to learn how to run right up to the nose and kick the GoPro off. Unfortunately, as the day went on, I eventually caught a wave that came over the front of my board with so much power it ripped the GoPro right on off. I wasn't recording and neither was nudie, so it's not that wave. Here I am paddling out to one of the 3 floats that are attached to the GoPro adrifted, hoping to find the GoPro adrift here. It only had 1 float still attached to it, and I was hoping that I was buoyant enough to see it in the water. After about 30 minutes of searching, we decided to call the Marines in for some air support. Eventually another surfer found the kook cam tied up in the rocks as he was making his trip into the beach. So I slapped it back on the nose of my board, paddled out, and caught a couple more good waves like this one. Holding the pocket so well, I made it all the way across the closeout section. Got a bit ahead of the wave, did this little mellow cutback, pretty proud of myself there. To make like a metalhead and just headbang my way right on out. Nudie was so excited that by the time I got to the beach, he had taken his pants off and decided to cruise around the rest of the day that way. All the way up the trail, all the way to Carl's Jr. for some delicious, mediocre post-surf burgers.